Hey there, and welcome back to working on a fast Panda, and mostly today I'm going to start working on the arms and try finishing off the legs. First I'm going to finish off the legs, so I'm just going to apply a blob to the front of the shin and form that around, so that will form the front plate of the leg, and I'm going to use the remnants. I'm going to put the thigh plates on as well, so just above the knee. Also, I'm probably going to start working on the tops of the arms today, so I'll get these mere green stuff rolled up and see how that's going, and I'll get back to you in a second with a better idea of what exactly it is I'm doing right now. Here we go then. Just put the plates on around the ankles there, a little bit of detail in the gap. Kept it pretty simple. I don't know, I found it wasn't too hard. It's just a matter of getting it all in place, then pushing this tool sort of underneath the edge in order to clear the edge away, and then squaring off the back edges of the blob so that it was, well, squarer. So next up, I'm not going to actually tackle the top of the leg because I'm worried that I'm going to end up squishing it into this green stuff and ruining the work I've just done. So I'm going to work on the shoulders instead. So I'm just going to put the sort of the top of the shoulders. Each shoulder needs a blob put on it. So I'm just going to put those blobs on, and that might actually be all I'm getting done this week, because I don't know where you are at the moment. Where I am, it's damn dark, and doing this as it creeps into the early evening and towards darkness is actually it's really difficult working this stuff under artificial light, because you can't. I can't really see what I'm doing. I'm kind of struggling to pinpoint things. But I'll get back to you in a second with these shoulder pieces. So you can see I've just put a blob on each shoulder. So what I want to try and do is minimize the amount of interference I make with those blobs, and just round them around the top of the shoulder without pushing them into the gaps, because I don't want it to be like smooth. I want it to be like a sticky outy sort of pseudo spherical looking blob. So I'll get that done. I'll be back in a second. Here we go then, that's the shoulder pieces in place. You can see it just gives that bit of bulk around those shoulders. I've got a little bit of green stuff left. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start. I'm going to put the ears on top of his head. So I think I want those on before I start putting plates on, because I'll build plates around them. And that way I've got them already installed. So I'll get them on and I'll get back to you in a second. So actually, first up, I'm going to start working on the nose around his face. I happen to have enough green stuff. Looking tiny bit. So as you can see, I've given him a sort of very blobby looking moustache. And I sort of just I squidged it on a little bit just so that it's firm, using a tool, and also to clear it away using the bottom edge of this tool. So I'm scraping away from the eye this way, and that's just to make sure it sweeps underneath the eye. So now I'm going to try and keep that curve, so that I'm always working the tool with the curve that keeps the green stuff away from the eyes. And I'm going to work in the nose form and the cheeks so that it comes around and you get those prominent cheeks underneath the eyes. So I'll be back in a second with that done. There we have it then, that's the beginning of our face, and I'm just going to attach on the ears. It's starting to look like a panda. Well, it's starting to look like an otter or a seal anyway. But we'll get there, because the head will get bulked out as we go. But I think that's come out pretty well. I did squeeze his left leg whilst I was doing it, but what the hey. So I'm just going to attach ears on, and I'll get back to you in just a second. So here we've got two ear bits in place, and That helps to make him look a bit more bear-like, right? So I'm just going to make it so that these are secure, because at the moment they're just sort of resting on the surface, and I want to give them some shape so they're not just like blobs. I've tried to stick them all in the right places so that when I'm attaching them now properly, they don't have to be moved very much. Also, the reason I'm putting them on now is because the next layer of plating as such will help to secure them to the head further. So I'll get back to you in a second with these done. Here we go then, there's the ears put in, and now it really does start to look like a fast panda bear, a bit bear-like anyway, a bit less like an otter or a seal, maybe still a little bit like an otter. That'll change, its head will get bulked out. So there we go. I hope it's been some interest to you, and that you're making everything that you want to come out really well. I think at this point, the only thing I'd point out with like the shaping on this face and stuff is, so with the nose, it was all roughly shaped in, and then I kind of cut up. So I cut a triangle shape using a blade edge. With the rest of it, I'm using the back edge, sort of the soft edge of the sculpting tool. So the edge which is upwards most here, and then some of this, like with the ear, I'm cutting in using the edge and the tip of the tool just to try and firm it against. With the ear itself, I put the blob, and I used the point of the tool and pressed in like that in order to press it down, and then shaped it around, and then used the tool to sort of dig in and press the back edge back down. It involves some fiddling about and fuftification. So I hope if you're making anything, it's coming out really well. Any conversion work you're doing is coming out amazing and beautiful, and all of your miniatures are coming up just the way that you want them. Thank you for watching, have a good one, and take care. Bye bye.